think so.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about not being able to make it. It was just Tusa and Aethne.
Yeah.
Any of you guys ever had giant Skittles before?
No, I have not, but I love Skittles.
I did not. I was just like, oh, bag of Skittles. Clearly, I did not read the cover. It's like giant Skittles. So I'm like, okay, giant bag of Skittles. They're
I've never seen giant Skittles. What?
they're like the size of 4 Skittles put together.
Wait a minute. I need to look this up. I need to look this up. I have never heard of this. Hold on.
I'll show you. Give me a second. Camera.
No way. No, that is not legit. What?
Ah.
What?
Oh my god.
Right?
What is
So I was
this?
like, okay, little
No.
Skittle, giant bag. No, they're like proper sized Skittles.
No, wait. Put it close to your face so I can get a good view of the scale. Oh my god.
Ice cube, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
right?
What?
Jealous.
Like,
It is insane. I have never seen those.
neither did I. I was like, okay, giant bag of Skittles. I like Skittles. And then you get these. I've had like 2 and I'm just like, whoa, okay.
It's a meal.
It is. They're like good berries, but just like Skittles.
Just gooder.
If we just said from now on that the good berries are giant Skittles.
Canon.
Yeah, that's canon.
That's canon.
Okay.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad, dude. Come on.
What? Okay.
He marked the next on top of Joe.
Oh, come on.
No.
As it should be.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have an owl. Yeah, that's right. I have an owl. Forgot about that.
That is sad. Poor Joe.
Joe. Are you just gonna keep him there from now on? Are you just gonna taunt us with the
As a
fact
memory, yeah.
Yeah. How dare you?
You guys can totally go into the underworld and find him.
Yep.
That's our end game.
Lilu,
That's gonna
that
be
is
our end
Lilu's-
game.
Lilu's endgame. You'll march down there and be like, I'm looking for my sheep.
Do you think John mourns is the fact that we didn't get any mutton off him?
Wow.
Okay.
What have you got against the sheep?
Probably a few things. Probably got a few things against Joe.
Not anymore.
Marcel, you were saying?
Oh, type
75
Oh,
XP
for reasons.
Last time for reasons. It was just
Guys,
me.
you're welcome. I jumped off the
Flexing.
cliff.
Only
This is
75.
why.
You're not
Was
missing a
this-
0 there?
Oh no.
Hey, look. It's probably because I didn't die.
Was it because I hit the tree with a greatsword? I couldn't pull it out.
No.
Or nice.
It's more
75
a
XP. Okay.
minor. What should we go? A minor story progress moment.
Ooh.
Because we got a name. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, we have a name.
Yeah. Also, I told everyone else about this, but Marcel, if it sounds like something's with my just wrong with my throat, we got the virus going on in this house.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hope you get better soon.
Yeah, it's all right. We're all doing fine.
Oh, shame. Sorry about that. That's not a fun feeling.
Oh, it is not.
All right. I hope you get better soon.
Luckily, I seem to be the kind that don't really show the symptoms that much, so that's been good.
Okay. So.
Everyone else in here has been coughing up something terrible. Jeez, John.
Oh wow. Edgelord cleric, here we go.
He had a sudden shift. He had a sudden shift in personality when he was encouraging Lulu to jump off that cliff.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That was a learning moment.
Yeah, for the
Sure it was.
DM too.
Oh, that was a learning moment.
Yeah, sure it was.
Yes.
Yeah, don't die, Lilu. Jump off the cliff.
No risk, no reward.
Off the cliff. Yeah.
Lilu
Is that
has learned
one
this.
of
Lilu's like sitting at the edge of the
Janice's
cliff being like,
teachings?
damn, I want that sword, but you're like, I'm gonna just give up and just let it rust at the bottom. And like, no, just
At the bottom of the ocean.
go. Get it.
Oh, we have a sword named Vengeance now.
You have a sword named Vengeance now.
Mm-hmm.
The price of that will now be that you have to worship Janice.
Oh,
No,
sure.
the real price of that was 67 HP.
That was a lot of HP. That was painful.
Yeah. John
I
healed
mean,
that.
it better have been painful. You jumped off a friggin' cliff.
I mean, you know, when you have an
was
intelligence
worth
score
it.
of 6, 7, what is my intelligence score?
I have no clue. I suppose it was worth it in the end, but whatever.
Intelligence is 6, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I underestimated Lilu. Her intelligence is 8, so it's not too bad. But still.
Yep.
But what about wisdom?
Okay, before we get
She's
started,
wise.
while we wait for
Mhm.
Rodak, have you guys seen the cast for the Vox Machina thing? They have David
I
Tennant.
saw they added some new voices. I'm very excited to see
What?
this.
The Vox Machina cartoon, Critical Role.
I haven't seen it, no.
I'm excited.
Coming. All right. So, I think let's get rolling. Rhoda can sleep in the cart. So,
Sure.
last time.
And the others are
Rodak in a
AFK.
cage
Yep.
somewhere. Can we turn Rodak into the Janissaries?
Yo. No, I don't think that's a good
No,
idea.
don't do that. No, don't do that. No.
Alrighty. So last time, you guys managed to take stock of the damage done by the Dragon Tales group, who weren't so heroic after all. Unfortunately, Steve the Impossible, Unstoppable, blew up Joe and your horses, and yes, and then he regenerated, and you turned him in to the Heroes Guild, and you did solve this quest, kind of, because the quest was to retrieve the money, and you have not found the money.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so you did.
We just be satisfied with what we did.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, so you guys parked the cart on the street and spent the night sort of sleeping outdoors, but at least within city walls. And you kept some watch. You saw some. Oh yeah, we're missing. Anyway, yes, you kept some watch, and Ethne noticed a winged figure with wings of fire fly into Penitent's Castle. And going to the guards at the Bridge of Sins, they informed you that that is just the visiting dignitary out for an evening flight. Nothing to be alarmed at, and nothing to mention to anyone else. All right, going back to your cart and sleeping as much as you can, you are awoken from a voice that came from your chained up barbarian, whom you must escort to the south. So now you find yourselves in the streets of Patience, kind of waking up. So where's
Does he say anything
Six.
else?
Um,
Yeah.
So yes, he told you guys good morning. He's still very chained up. I mean, he's even got a chain wrapped around his neck.
Wait, you can talk?
Oh, sometimes it's been a while.
How are you feeling? I mean, circumstances.
I am feeling
Aside.
trapped. Quite trapped.
Ah. Probably
You
couldn't
do
have
know
told
why
that.
you're being held as such, right?
I'm here to help. Name's Echo.
Echo.
Well, I was under the
That
impression we
name.
were trying to help you.
I'm additional help. From the Wind Woman.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay. Name means nothing to me. Who are they?
You want to see if the
So,
name
how-
means anything to you?
Yeah,
I
does
think
it mean
it
anything
does.
to anyone?
Insight checks, people.
It's the first time hearing of it.
I'm sorry.
so
I
good.
am so sorry. That is a history check. Not an
History.
yes.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Oh, it did.
Oh, yes, it is.
And on that note, everybody needs cards.
Wait, I'm proud of me.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Wait a second. History.
Oh. Ooh,
Another bad roll incoming. Not
that
so
bad.
bad after all. Not
Not
that
bad.
bad.
Okay. So, as you hear the name Echo, it does not mean a thing to any of you. Not even the 18.
Cool.
Wow. Okay, well, I mean, considering we lose -1 intelligence, I'm not surprised. um,
So I trust that you band of able warriors are taking me to a destination.
yeah.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Shall
We
we?
had
Okay.
to sign a whole contract to do so.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
look at Galtma and like kind of get a read on her?
She's currently napping quite peacefully in the back of the carriage.
Hmm.
Not all of you are awake yet, so that's why Ethne and Rodak are
Mm.
snoring away.
Ah, okay.
And Tusa. Tusa is snoring in such a way that you realized she blamed the sheep for most of the snoring sounds. But now the sheep is gone, it's definitely Tusa.
Can we turn Tuesday into the Janissaries?
I'm not the boss of you.
We've got to stop the snoring somehow. And that lying little heathen blaming it on the sheep the whole time.
Just gag her or something. Put tie cloth around her mouth or something. That'll shut her up.
Roll her over, like don't you like stop snoring if you're like lying on your side or something?
Well, I don't know. I tried.
I don't know.
Lilu
Oh,
tries
no, I
to
have
like
no
nudge
idea.
her and get her to roll over onto her side.
I find, if you ask me, the best cure for snoring is gently picking someone up and dropping them in the river.
I like this one. He's full of great
it's
ideas, he is.
one way of solving it. Yes.
It's always worked for me.
I don't think so.
So, not to point out the obvious, but since we are supposed to be traveling, why are we standing still?
We just woke up.
Um,
First we go get
Uh,
breakfast. A breakfast
yeah.
beer. Then we can get going.
Should we
Great.
not
We shall
get
feast.
something to like travel on the road?
I do not
We're
know.
already under a
I am
time
not the
limit.
one walking.
That is fair.
hey, what time is it? What time of the day is it?
It's like 7ish in the
Dawn.
morning.
Yeah.
So now most of the shops are open.
Almost. And Skyrim time is 9 o'clock.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try my luck. Lilith goes out of the cart and do whatever you want. I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't worry, I won't
Where
take
are you
long.
going?
She takes the strange potion she got from Aethne the other day and says, "I'm gonna find out what this is."
Don't be too long. And don't be starting no heretic antics around here.
Go with. I'll. There's. I heard about a bow that I want to see if I can try to find. As well.
Okay.
I'll hop off the cart and I'll follow Lilith.
Okay. Are you guys taking the cart deeper into the city, or are you leaving it where it is? Or...
They're on the
No,
cart.
I was
Okay.
leaving the cart and go to.
Gotcha.
I'll hang back and converse with Echo.
Okay. So while they're walking, we'll do some conversing first.
So, are you just another personality in this poor cursed sword?
You could say that.
How many of you are there?
Oh, there are two others. They are shouting quite a lot.
Two others. Other than the grunting and the king himself, I mean, there's two others and you.
Aye, yes. Indeed.
So there's like five.
No. There's three, if you include me. I am bad at counting.
So there's you, and there's the king, and there's
Ah, the fiery demons of the hells.
that. That, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yes.
Alright. How can we keep you around for longer?
I don't know. I've only just been summoned. I don't even know how to work this thing.
Can I like do some sort of arcana or priestly thingamagoogle?
Yes. What would it be?
I have no idea. Footballing.
Right. I would say make a religion check for a clue.
Alright. Non es parte et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
It will not be an easy test. Okay. There.
Where's that card?
Wait, what's the card?
I don't know. I want to see if it's worth it. What does A do? What does Ace do? What is that?
I think that makes a critical.
It's a really good one. That's the one that
Okay.
made me save
Yeah.
and not die when I jumped off the cliff.
Okay,
Makes
we'll do that.
20.
Do that.
The ace is like a nat 20.
Automatic
Yeah.
critical. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We're doing that.
Okay.
Critical success.
Okay. So that is a great one. There we go. Avandra, the goddess of luck. That's who the cards are named after. Alright. So,
Cool.
critical success. There is something different in this man's expression. Before it was straining and angry, as if the only thing that mattered was getting out of these bonds. Now, he is almost serene and relaxed in his bonds. He has an almost priestly expression of just peace on his face, the likes of which you've only seen in your early days as a novice in the church. So it is definitely something, at least projecting divine goodness.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's the most you can pull out of your ass for that one.
So a hypothesis here, if I was to bestow holy goodness upon him, would it perhaps bring forth this much nicer persona?
It's certainly worth a try. There's only one way to find out.
Right. I have some ideas that I'm hypothesizing, but I'm gonna get back to that after I've given it a bit more thinking. I'll get back
Indeed.
to you.
Why, thank you. Good sir. Would you mind scratching my nose?
I suppose and fetch a stick and just like that. There.
That
How's
is
that?
quite the
Like,
spot,
you
indeed.
got I got the spot.
That's the spot, yes.
Sure, just let me know if I need to move a bit to the left or right.
We are bonding already.
You're a good sort. I'm sure I got some meat around here to ruffle around. I'll find some meat. I'm sure I got a flask or something.
Alright. Okay, so while you guys are bonding.
I've got a new drinking buddy.
Okay. So, the other two, you are going. I'm guessing you're looking for like a potion shop of some kind for that vial of red stuff.
Yeah, at least Lilith's going to some kind of potion shop or something related to magic. But potion stuff is more like it because it's a potion.
Okay. Alright, so I'd say you'll go to a potion shop first, and
Lilu's
as-
just on the lookout for
Yeah.
weapon stores.
Okay. So, as far as the universe remembers, that there were two adjacent potion shops. I don't have my notes, but as far as I remember, one was
Lavender,
yes, one was
and
yes.
there were three. It wasn't two. There were three, and
Okay.
then Tusa picked the lavender one because that was had the elf in it. I will check my notes. Hold on.
Thank you.
No
Oh.
worries.
You guys save my bacon. On a side note, I did write a whole campaign guide to the capital. So you guys can almost do a whole campaign just in the capital. Because I kind of got carried away.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, that's a good point. It's the capital for a reason.
Yeah. Right. So, you find the three potion shops, one of which is a very heavily lavender scented with an elf in it, and then two others of some description. Let's say one's got a dwarf and one's got a tiefling.
I'll go towards the one that looks more competent.
Okay, as far as you know, tieflings are the most competent beings in all the world. So go to that shop. And that shop was
Good
called,
point. Good point.
from now on, whatever it was, it will now henceforth be retconned as Brimstone Potions. Okay, you walk in there. There is a tiefling gentleman with a pair of very tiny spectacles resting at the very tip of his nose. He seems to be crushing what seems to be butterfly wings of some kind in a mortar and pestle setup. he sort of looks at you over his tiny glasses, which I mean, you feel like they can't be that useful, being that tiny and that far down his nose, and he says, "Yeah."
Lilith goes up to him and, so, I'm looking for information in terms of potions. I believe you do know your stuff?
I do indeed. Hand it over. Or did
Good.
you perhaps consume it and you are now rapidly dying?
Lilith just gives him a glare. You think I'm that stupid?
Fair point. Hand it over.
She gives him the strange potion Nathany gave to her.
Okay. So as before, it is a vial of red liquid, and as he shakes it, the liquid seems to just combust in a red mist, filling the entire interior of the vial. Oh dear, it seems here you have acquired a vial of dragon snores.
I see.
Break this in a room, hopefully one you are not foolish or unlucky enough to be in, and every occupant in a reasonable sized room will be asleep for an hour. It has been used by thieves in this region. What it is made from or exact composition is not entirely known to me. But if I could make an offer of 700 gold pieces, I can take it off your hands.
An interesting offer. I'll take it.
Okay, so you are now 700 gold pieces. More well off. Just as the bag of gold touches your hands across the square on the other side of the buildings, Rodak wakes up from his sleep and then looks around, doesn't see any coin, and then falls back to sleep.
Good one. Wait a second. I'm trying to remove the item, but
So I could help with that. Alright, so concluding your business there, you are going to oh, hang on, I'll just take that out. Alright, concluding
thanks.
your business.
Thanks. I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. Hey, did you also have the 700?
No, I did not. So just add 700 to you. How you split it is
Because I already have 798. So
okay.
1,400. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Now is that right?
Now,
I'm rich.
You guys did get a lot of gold at some point that you split. It was because of you bringing the prisoners to patience, and also
yeah.
the chest of tons of gold with a secret at the bottom that you never looked at. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so leaving that shop, looking around for a place that sells weapons, slightly more to the north, you find what you're looking for. There is a Fletcher's that sells arrows of various descriptions, crossbows, and bows. Okay. There is a very, very thin elf who does look like a bit of an arrow himself running the place. And Yes, you are looking for a oversized longbow. Well, we have
Yeah.
two of these, made from good wood, all the way from amber, or whatever it's called. Anyway, I will part with it for 23 gold, and you can't argue me down, I'm afraid. And the city's called Arbormere, as my
Arbor.
mind's just found the notes.
Arbor. Arbormere. Uh, sure. Can I have a look at it? And like Lilu unstrings her longbow and slides it across. I'm happy to trade and also pay the difference should I need to.
We don't take used bows. We learned from the crossbow incident of last Tuesday. So, mine have a nasty crack in there. Someone pulls it back, and instead of, felling a deer in the field over there, they got an arrow in their foot or up the nose. So
I think that's more the competency of the archer than
I know,
the
I
item
know.
itself.
We're still with the lawyers on that one.
Okay. Sure. Can I check the bow? As
All right. So there are two oversized longbows. They are hang on, I'm just having a split personality moment here. All right. Yes. So two longbows. They are almost 2 meters in length. You kind of have to plant it in the ground and take a shot. They seem to be of quite good quality.
huh? Listening.
Hey.
Sorry, I think there was a blip there. Anyway, yes, they. So it's 2 meters long. You have to plant it in the ground to shoot it, and
Would I still get to plant it? Like if I'm just using my strength, is it still easy enough for me to lift and carry?
yes, it is. If you were a tiny or small creature, this would be a big problem.
Okay.
You do get the sense that you could shoot a tiny or small, or perhaps even a medium creature with the bow.
Okay.
All right. So if you're gonna buy one, I'll need you to sign this release form.
Release form 4.
In case you perforate yourself.
Okay. Sure. Or where do I sign?
So he produced a document that has all sorts of things, and it independently lists every body part you could conceivably hurt with an arrow.
Lilu just sees words and she just kind of like looks at it, like squints, nods thoughtfully, or what she thinks looks thoughtfully, and then assumes that there's a line to sign her name and writes her name.
Okay. So
Probably
you
in
now
the
have
wrong spot. But
yes. So you sign under the line instead of on the dotted line.
Perfect.
And then you now have a bow and your 27 gold for.
I look to Lilith. Do you need a bow? Would you like a bow?
I prefer to use magic, thank you very much.
Fair. Okay, maybe someone will use it or need it at some point. Thanks. Arrows. I should get arrows. We're here. How much for a quiver of arrows? I'm
All right.
assuming I can't use the ones I have.
Nope. Okay, so you need large arrows for this. They are exactly the same as normal arrows, except larger. And you.
Hey.
Yay! So, 25 silver pieces will get you 20 arrows.
Okay, I will hand all of my silver over, which is 55 silver, and I'll be like, take that.
Okay. So he gives you 43 arrows.
Hey!
Right. Actually, you're supposed to sign an individual release form for each arrow, but if between you and me, I'll throw in an extra arrow if you just move along.
Nine.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks! And like, she'll scoop up all her things, kind of like rearrange stuff, and pick up her regular longbow and quiver, and I guess hold that while she slings the other one over her shoulder and sets the other quiver to rights.
Okay.
Alright, this one needs a home.
So,
Let's head back.
meanwhile, back at the cart, as John and the chained prisoner are, busy sharing a drink, you're having to sort of feed the drink to the guy as he's very, very chained up. Sharing old war stories. He doesn't give any war stories of his own, but he just sort of nods and yeah, that's crazy with everything you're saying. Meanwhile, you do
And
see... Yeah, go for it.
oops. And John, if you ever do glance over at Free's direction, it looks like he is utterly zoned out.
What's biting you?
No response. He seems really focused at the same time, though. Glancing up almost to like the sky above the buildings in the distance.
Right. So what are you
Close to the
saying?
direction Lilith and Lila were walking not too long ago.
Alright.
Alright, well, we'll take out the rock and put it there next to you. Since you don't like to talk to me about the problems, it's always the rock. We'll go back to talking to Echo.
And he's like, hey, rocks, am I right?
Great listeners.
Indeed, I often regaled my rocks with many a great tale.
Yeah, when I was a lad, I used to talk to me rat. My pet rat. Well, it wasn't really a pet rat, it was just a rat that was in the street and used to eat my parents' flour, but, I used to talk to it.
Ah, I ate a rat once. I should next time perhaps engage it in lively conversation.
Aye, rats, let's not lie, rats are good eating. Especially the really big ones.
Aye, indeed. So, this traveling business, is it usually this slow? By my calculations, we've moved in less than a millimeter.
Maybe a bit faster than that, except when, the rest of the party wants to go and poke around in town doing our stuff. But we should be getting on our way soon enough.
How many useless heroes are in this group?
How many of us are there?
I am very bad at counting, but I will trust your number, whatever you say.
They're all useful in their own way, I suppose.
Indeed. Well, I am not going anywhere. All right. So at this time, by this point, Lilu and Lilith return to the caravan, with everybody sort of still dozing. It's been a long night.
Does anyone need a longbow? I've kind
No
of
response from.
out.
No response. No response from Free.
Okay, yeah, Lilu came back with 2 oversized longbows, and they are massive. They're as tall as a human, or slightly taller even.
Yeah.
Right, I'm no good at it.
Well, we've got a spare, and she'll set the. I know Tusa was using a longbow at some point, so she'll just kind of like put the longbow down on the cart and then slide the spare arrows that she had towards Tusa, and then she'll give Aethne the second oversized longbow. I just figured something a little more handy in case something gets out of reach. Do we need to get anything else, or should we head out?
I think we should head out now. We've wasted enough time.
At this point,
Come on.
At this point, Free will finally come to. His focus seems to break, and he's just sighing of relief.
Back to the land of the living.
Yeah,
You okay
I'm
there?
good. I'm fine. I just had a zone out session. Staring at the sky kind of does that to you.
He was being his melancholic self. You know, he goes through these phases from time to time.
Oh, do you need a bow?
Oh,
Do you want
good,
a bow?
a moper. You will perhaps die first.
Oh, I don't plan on dying anytime soon, sir.
Good, then stay alive. That is my motto.
Also, Lulu, yes, I think I will take that bow.
Well, it's just a regular longbow, and I've got 38 arrows. I'll check my character sheet. Sorry, my cat is like, what are you doing?
I'll take the longbow.
All right. So yeah, shall we? Let's get. I mean, we've lost a day of traveling. We didn't get very far, did we?
Not really.
As the morning church bells toll, Galtmar, the wind druid, wakes up. And the first thing she does is look straight at the chained up barbarian man person, and then looks at John. Don't feed him too much alcohol.
There's no such thing.
It might be for him. It's just, I mean, the spell's kind of tentative as it is, right? So, you know.
Well, what spell is it? I'm trying to understand what brought him forth and how we can keep him. Because he's a swell sort. I'd rather keep him.
By the winds as he started talking.
Aye!
That's a side effect I can't get rid of, but well.
Great conversationalist.
Yeah, well, we'll keep the other 2 at bay for a while.
Okay,
How can we keep him? Can't we get him out there into, like, I don't know, a bottle or something?
Oh, well.
Say,
possibly. He should stay in there as long as we don't, you know, I don't know, put him under stress or something.
So is he an aspect of the king's psyche, or is he something else entirely?
I don't know, it's a guardian spirit I called forth and shoved in there.
You shoved the guardian spirit into his body.
Well, indeed. As he's sort of psychically compromised, it was easier than normal.
Are you telling me that my spirit guardians that I summon, I can get them to... I can have conversations with them?
Oh, indeed, I would suggest it, but I don't know about your variety. Mine definitely like a conversation. That's wind spirits for you.
Well, heck, I need to try this sometime.
Wow.
Cram a spirit guardian into like a squirrel or something and see if it can talk.
Oh my god, talking animals. Nice card.
Since we've discovered that we can talk to animals.
Oh, great. So you've got the curse then.
And what you say about a cursor?
You talk to animals.
I thought that was just crazy.
Oh, it might be. Never mind. Probably nothing. We should get moving, I guess.
Well, the problem is that the animals talk back and we understand them. So it is probably crazy.
Free just kind
Curse.
of whispers from behind the car. He's like, "Yeah, I would very much like if we just just carried on. Let's leave."
Oh, yeah, well, let's get going. Yeah, move oxen, horse, whatever the fuck is.
Okay, so the 2 horses with a death ward that has been spent lead the cart out back through the gate. The guards who know you by now wave you off. As they wave, the chained up Echo also, despite restraints, tries to wave back quite cheerfully. Right. So, I hope wherever we are going is very close.
I hate to break it to you, but it's a
But it's
bit of a ways away.
Ah, well, at least most of you will survive the journey.
Bit of a
Well,
ways.
I try.
We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop at Sindashan, then I think Corsiria, and then
You say many,
we'll make up.
many beautiful words, devil person, but they mean nothing to me.
Full person. Would you like to rephrase?
Ah, Honed Coachman.
Well, that's a step up, I guess.
It's so
Yes,
good
we
to
are
have
heading.
friends. I am very glad to have friends, finally.
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, yeah, we're heading far, far down south from here.
Good, good. That's how I see the journey going exactly.
Hmm.
And at this point, as you all in the cart rocking back and forth going down the path you followed mostly the day before, the Galtman leaves forward and says, "Again, I am so sorry. He's never gonna shut up. But trust me, it's better than him raging and dismembering and terrible things." But anyway, yeah.
What did you do to him exactly?
Oh no, I didn't. I just found him, tried to calm him down. When I found him, he was ripping his way through a small halfling town up in the north.
I mean, like, what did you do with him? I mean, like,
Now,
just hardly the other day he was snarling and everything. Now he's a
I possessed him with the spirit of my Gardnian ancestors, and now he's all cheery and talkative and a pain in the butt.
Oh,
sounds like someone else. Sounds like someone else I know.
Yes, I'm getting the idea of this group. Well, I'll watch him. He should, now no guarantees, but should a man in lots of chains start looking suspicious, we should be safe in releasing him as long as Echo's in control.
Alright. How do we make sure he stays in control?
Well, I guess don't let him get all stressed and red haze vision, death stare shit. Right. I don't know.
I guess that's
Noted.
John. So
And
John, what did I do now?
I guess that's John's business, keeping people calm. I guess.
Do I look like some sort of therapist? That's a Rock's job.
she points at you, John. Don't get him too drunk, right?
I won't get him too drunk. Just drunk enough.
No. That's what I was afraid you were going to say. Okay.
Don't worry, I got it under control.
Okay, so as you guys wander down the path, leaving patients behind with absolutely no guards in pursuit, um, you pass the spot where you jumped off a cliff and fought some people and a reincarnating kobold. It was a bad couple of days. Um, and follow the path relatively peacefully until about what was that distance? I think that was 2 hours. Anybody? Cannot
I don't
remember.
think so.
We did work.
Also, at any point when Free glances towards Lilith, he just starts snickering with delight.
Lilith notices.
I don't know. Does she notice? I don't know.
The snickering. That's not the. Hang on, I'm just checking. Arrow. Okay, the problem is it's not a straight line. Okay, so unfortunately it takes you most of the day to get to the Cinder Shaman. When you get to about here, you turn a corner. Remember that the road continually descends because you were quite high up at Patience, and now going down. You turn a corner, after which you can see the vast vista of Dyrecinder stretch before you. The green hills in the distance, the blue mountains even further behind that. But much closer, right next to the shining silver sea, is a spectacle of spires. A city sprawling. It's the biggest city that some of you have ever seen in your travels. There is a magnificent castle with many very tall towers, the tallest of which has got a burning bonfire of some great proportions, like a beacon on top of it. I can now show you the map. Alright. So, right over there.
Free.
Oh, it's enormous.
Yeah. That's the beacon you see.
It's the Grey Warden beacon.
Yep.
Free just looks at all of it, takes it in, just says, I had a friend who loved this place. He loved how it was built. He used to call it a marvel. Hello?
Yes. I am here.
It just went. It went silent for a second, so I thought maybe someone was talking and I wasn't hearing it.
No. Alright. So as you rumble towards the city, eventually you come down this track. There are some other people, it looks like traders and travelers. It's a fairly busy road. There's quite nice clear forests on either side. The walls are quite tall. They are 30 meters high. Every now and again there is a statue. So these little thingamabobs on the wall are elves. At least it looks like it. They are quite worn. They wear long robes and their hands are clasped their chests at their heart height. And between them are large sealed doors. They're overgrown with ivy, as if they haven't been opened in quite some time. Eventually you make your way to a junction over here, following as you go just this enormous wall, the shadow of which covers your path, as the sun is lowering in the sky as well. And at this gate there is a massive crowd. There are some local guards here moving people to the southern entrance. And as you move on, this place being too busy, you eventually reach the gate down here. There again is a queue, but not as long. Ahead of you is a person with a cart. Now, the first thing you notice is what's on this cart. It's a flat-bedded cart, and draped across it is what seems to be a deceased ogre. Putting the cart is a female satyr, sort of hopping from foot to foot, eager to get to the guards in front. You guys join the queue behind her. Eventually gets to her turn, and you can hear them kind of in hushed tones talk to she and the guards have an exchange, and Tusa, who can luckily read lips, translates and says apparently she is trying to convince them that there's a bounty on the ogre. She's not doing a very good job about that, and the ogre shouldn't be really wheeled into the city, dead or not. Okay, so after a few minutes, she seemingly not being quite happy with the result, she, with some effort, tips the cart to one side. The ogre rolls off into the road, and she enters the city with an empty cart. There's now a dead ogre on the side of the street. The guard waves you lot over, and alright, papers, whatever, is this prisoners, something, been a long day.
Nah, this is escort.
Right,
We do
he
have
looks
papers, though.
thoroughly escorted, if you ask me, man in chains like that.
No. We have papers. John's got the papers. I feel like he's the only one who's
Wait a
who's
moment.
responsible enough.
There. Writ of free passage.
Whoops. Sorry.
Alright,
Dragging the chair.
I can definitely read that, but because it's something below my station, I will ask Bob here to read it for me.
Aye. Your station being so high.
Indeed.
Couldn't
Lelouch
expect
says a
you
look of
to read
an
words.
understanding look.
Okay, he hands it over to Bob, who is sweating buckets in his helmet. He looks over the official letter you've got there with the papal seal and everything, and he gets this sort of far-off, dazed look in his eyes. And then obviously his superior clears his throat. It looks like diplomatic papers and whatnot. Oh, right. Okay.
See that seal? It still says we can go if we want.
Yeah, so we got orders. If you got diplomatic papers and whatnot, you should head over to the big aubergine.
What?
The big what? The big aubergine? You mean big eggplant?
Yeah, well, we can't quite pronounce it, but I mean, there's a fancy hotel in there for all you diplomat types to go there. Free room board, diplomatic immunity, whatever. Don't ask the questions.
Aye.
That's it. Probably.
All right.
Questions being, below your station, after all.
Aye, indeed. So just go straight through Sapphire Row, keep going north, don't get distracted by the arena or its spelling mistake, and just go right to the walled Fancy Pants district, and you'll find the great big aubergine.
Right, we'll be on our way, and don't you keep up the good work, and don't be distracted by like shiny lights and the like.
I take pride in not being the what? What did you say?
Never mind.
So as you guys go,
I like that one.
as you guys go rumbling through the gates, the gates are quite tall against this big archway you're going through. It's 30 meters up. It is massive. As you cross into the city, you see buildings in better shape than you have on your journey so far. All blue roofed in this area, but dominated by the massive circular shape of the Royal Arena. Its flags blowing on the topmost parts.
Is there a sign that says Royal Ariana?
Yes, so as you guys go through this place, there is in fact a sign where there is the Royal Ariana with the third A crossed out. Which
It looks like whoever named this place and wrote down the name on the sign must have been related to those two palookas at the door.
yes, but it's the wrong A that got crossed out, so it now says the Royal Aree.
The guy who corrected it wasn't much better.
Hey man, when you make a mistake, double down. Alright.
Love it.
Alright.
I think they're trying to create a straight up new language.
Let's
This
go
is
with
why
that.
we shouldn't pay attention to language in the first place. See,
It's just words.
Alright, so as you guys go clippity-cloppy through the streets, the place is very busy. The people in this part of town seem quite well dressed. They seem, for what you might not even know is the middle class. Anyway, you keep going. Eventually, you reach a bunch of tents. A whole bunch of merchants of every description seem to be available here. As you go clippity-cloppity on, a tabaxi approaches you, waves as you keep going on, and he walks beside you. Can Slice interest you in some knives?
No, we don't have any coin for Khajiit.
No, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, John. What kind of knives are you talking, my good friend?
Okay, and he opens his cape to reveal knives of every description. And knives, perhaps. Any kind? The sharp kinds, dull kinds, the flaming kinds.
I'm worried if you got dull kinds.
He sort of clinks and chimes as he walks, as the knives touch knives.
What's
Bye.
Good deal. Anything?
one of the best you've got? What's one of the best that you've got?
He takes out a knife that is all curved. It looks like a squiggle. This one confuses your enemies. It is
Can I
not,
try and...
it's not very sharp, but I find if you hit someone with the pommel in just the right spot, you can kill them.
Wouldn't a rock
Yeah.
be just as effective? And you can
Yes.
get them for free.
Yes, but this one looks confusing. A rock does not.
I'll tell you what, you look confused. Did you hit yourself with it?
He sort of puffs himself up as only a pissed off cat can, and then moves on. And
Charlatan free, don't play around with such dregs. If you want a proper knife, you go and find a store that sells them, crafts them, a proper craftsman.
Is he
Don't go
walking
for the
away?
hacks like that.
Is he walking away?
Yeah, he's walking away.
No, Free will just kind of get down from the cart and go after. He's like, hey, wait. Don't mind my friend there. He has a taste in the field of knives at all. But can I ask you a question? Would you be willing to trade one for this? Free pulls out the knife that we found in the mound that you could put poison in.
Okay. It's an assassin's blade. Yes. How much do you want for it?
Maybe around 350 gold coins.
I can give you 100. That's the best deal. see your day.
Make it 125.
We have a deal. He counts on some coins and he gives it to you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for your fine business. He hands him the dagger. Now for another transaction, do you have any particularly sharp any particularly sharp ones? Let's just go with that for now.
Pulls a knife from his boot after very carefully bending down. And it is a seemingly simple dagger, but with a very narrow blade. A stiletto. It does the job.
How much you gonna charge for that one?
Let's make it 125.
I see what you're doing. Well, you know what? Just for you, friend. Fine. I'll do it. I'll do that.
Okay, and he takes his coins back.
Yeah.
It was in a little pouch, and he takes out one of the golds there. And as you're walking away, he winks at you and he bites one, and it bends.
That son of a... You have a good one, too. And he just storms back to the cart.
Yeah, the knife you bought is a stiletto dagger. It's quite legit.
Okay. At least I actually got a good thing out of it.
Alright.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
It turns out I don't know. Like that.
Because I just...
Yes.
Okay. Because I tried typing it into the compendium and apparently I spelled it wrong.
I don't know if there is one in the compendium. I might have to make one for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you continue past the bazaar, you can also see, as you glance to the tents and stuff, there is a very large tent with white and red stripes, sort of near the wall, and you can all barely hear the sound of an elephant. It should be ringing an elephant bell for some of you.
What the hell is that noise?
Oh, Rumi. Ah, don't you remember, John? It's Rumi.
Oh, what?
I think. Maybe remembering this wrong.
Have I ever seen an elephant? I can't remember seeing an elephant. Have you seen
I'm
one before?
monologuing and I was on mute.
I'm sorry.
I've been watching you monologue the whole time, and I've just been
You could say
waiting.
something.
No.
You
It
could
was
say
thoroughly
something.
entertaining to watch this happen.
Oh no. Sorry. Please go ahead.
I was gonna say, does he have an elephant? I couldn't remember. I just remember the dragons because Lulu spoke to the dragons.
What's
He
the
did.
elephants?
Thanks, Franz.
I may be remembering that wrong.
No, absolutely correct. Because
Yeah.
as he left with his tent did rise upon the back of a spectral
yeah.
elephant that he conjured.
That's-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
John, it's a good friend, Rumi.
Did the elephants make
Did you
the
say
noise?
hi?
And if you want to, you can. I just got stiffed, so I'm not in the best mood for talking to merchants right now.
I told you to go to a proper craftsman, but do you want to listen? No, you don't. Don't listen to old John. You know, John doesn't know shite.
I've had to listen to you for like half a year. I think it's fine.
Have you ever gone wrong listening to me?
I think it was fine. Just one time I went with my gut.
Aye. Where did that get you?
All right. So as you guys
125 gold and one poison dagger cheaper. Poorer.
I'll see so. All right.
But I got this. But I got this. He just pulls out the stiletto with his thin edge.
A toothpick.
It's a stiletto, John. Get it right.
That's
Fancy
bad.
word for a toothpick.
It is legit. It's quite legit. He wasn't lying on that front, though. Just see what
Absolutely.
this just later on. See what this little toothpick can do.
All right.
Well, how about we find this place that the gods told us about? Wouldn't mind coming back to Rumi. He might know a little bit more about the sword that I found.
All right. So as you guys continue past the sights, sounds, and fantastic smells of the bazaar, you follow the biggest route because the buildings here are quite close together, and there seems to be a divide between some sort of yellowy, goldy buildings and slightly bluey buildings. This alley in which the two buildings are facing each other seem to be dominated by clothing stores, weavers of carpets and clothes. To your unpracticed eye, to the fashions of the capital, both sides seem to be selling the exact same thing. But you also get the sense that the shopkeepers are shooting daggers, figuratively speaking, at their competitors across the street. Once you get about here, I think let's get our marker down. Is the marker? Who are the markers? Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, you guys are here now. Everybody see the marker?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. And just while you do that, free make a perception check. Alright,
Okay.
so when you guys get to about here, the building straight ahead of you is a multi-tiered affair with many, many chimneys of various shapes, sizes, some of which seem to loop around each other or make no sense geometrically, but they're all steaming. A sign above the door, which is covered in quite a lot of soot, proclaims it to be the Violet Apothecary. Apothecary. There we go. Okay.
Well, I assume that roll does not work.
It does not work. I am so sorry. So, continuing your way, asking some locals which way to go. The gates here are sealed. They point you further deeper into the city. When you get about here, you see just adjoining the river here is a set or several interconnected mansions. These look like residencies for quite wealthy individuals. And it's highly, the high walls, gates you can't see in. You also see some temporary settlements over here in the shadow of the arena, or the arena. You're heading to the bridge. Sorry, hang on. There are 44 markers in the city. We will get through it. Alright, yes. The set of buildings to your left as you head towards the elaborate bridge, which is heavy with foot traffic and some carts and sedan chairs carrying the wealthy. There are various craftsmen, there are jewelers, there are glass blowers. This is a part of the city in which very expensive, fancy things are crafted. Alright. Heading over the bridge is quite solid, made out of white marble stones of some description. Also, you get, as the breeze takes across the water, there's a sense of heat, almost like the river itself is steaming like a sauna. Right. eventually, you cross to the war district, and here you see the most elaborate, fancy buildings. You see servants rushing around, looking after their masters, and eventually you happen upon a large building over here, which is labeled. Let me find it. That is not the building. The building is over here. It is number 25. It is labeled La Grande Auberge, which is a foreign tongue for the Grand Hostel, or as the guards called it, the Big Auberge.
And here we have the mighty eggplant.
Right. As you stop there, a very surly-looking halfling with a towel draped over one arm looks up at you with a brow raised. May I park your horse and prisoner, sir?
Oh, I like
Prisoner.
it.
Escort.
Indeed, I am not here to ask questions.
He's here to park the horse and cart and prisoners. That's just brilliant. That's a classy place. I've never been in such high society before, okay? This is amazing. Look, he's got a little wee towel as well. It's just, oh my goodness.
That's for sweat, sir.
Sweat gets a towel. This is amazing.
No, yes. May I... is the place... I will copy the name.
Thanks, because I started typing it and then I was just like,
The what?
The eggplant.
the who? Amazing.
Yes. Luckily, you guys can all benefit from a mental breakdown. Alright. So, getting down from your cart, Goldmar says, why does she look disappointed? Yes, Goldmar says, I think we should rather take him with us than trusting him to a random rando.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's just take him with us. Thanks for the offer, good sir, but I'm afraid we'll have to decline.
You can park the cart and bring the prisoner.
Oh dear, will he be requiring his chains?
Aye, well, yeah, unless you want the city half burnt down by morning.
Good point, sir. I'll have someone polish them for you.
Ah, push the chains.
That sounds like a great idea. It's like a great idea.
Bloody amazing place.
And please present your diplomatic papers to the counter, and they will give you a room. And I have
On
been
that
informed
John.
to tell everyone, do not judge the other delegates. They get really offended.
Alright, John, you know what to do. Show him the papers.
But
Yeah.
no promises of a judging part, you know, Janissary.
Alright, so you guys get down, followed by the clinking of chains as the big man, now known as Echo, hops along behind you with the wind druid helping him walk. You enter the very polished steps and the arched doorway, which is attended by two other halflings, and emerge into a grand foyer with even potted palm trees. And there are rooms and levels all above you, and behind the desk there is another halfling. They all look rather similar, as if they might be closely related. And he also sounds very much the same. Welcome to our grand hotel. For your diplomatic papers, please.
John is momentarily like, kind of, the hell kind of a fucking bush tree thing is this? It's
That's
got,
a
It's called,
got
palm.
sparks.
It
it's
is a
called a
palm.
palm.
Where's the palm? I don't see no. Where's the palm?
I do not know, sir, but I have heard that the nomads of the Kemet Desert do sometimes high five it for luck. I wouldn't advise it, sir. They are rather top heavy.
You're telling me that I can't be lucky? That I can't get a bit of luck?
We'll send some
You
spray
gotta
to
try
your room, sir.
He high
Hey, you
fives
try
the
it.
palm tree.
Okay. Please just roll a d20. Just do it. Just a
For the
D20.
lols.
Ooh,
Okay.
I think I know what's gonna happen.
That's an
Maybe.
even number. It does teeter a bit in its spot, but then comes back to rest upright.
So am I lucky now?
Eloquently done, John. Good job.
Indeed, sir, undubitably lucky. And I have seen your papers. While it is not exactly business in the city, we cannot be seen to deny those with a papal seal, and a room will be arranged. Shall there be a sharing accommodation?
No. Papal seal. Everyone gets the best room in the house.
Indeed, and your prisoner, sir, does he need to be fed, deloused, perhaps?
Bed deloused, chains polished, hair cut, beard trimmed, beard oil put in as
But-
well, perfumed, bathed.
But hold on. Just don't stress him out, or you will be sorry.
Why do you think I'm saying
I,
all these things? He needs to be properly pampered so he doesn't stress out.
I am
If they go overboard with it, they could stress him out to no end.
I am always sorry, sir, but I will look out for that. I will, of course, send the bill to your employers.
I,
But very well. Please do wait in the restaurant while we have your rooms prepared.
screw restaurant. Where's the casino? The
Who else?
gambling den. Since I'm lucky now.
Oh, I'm afraid that is in the common quarter, sir. We do not hold with such business. People here on the right side of town take their gambling to the arena, and do excuse the deplorable spelling, but people don't go there to read, you understand.
Don't worry about it.
Lilu nods in agreement.
Shall I
understanding.
give you the odds for the next fight, or perhaps, and he does
Uh.
look each of you up and down, you are here to take part in the festivities, for lack of a better word.
That's really
He just
What
kind of turns
exactly
to
are
everyone
the
and is like,
festivities?
right up your alley.
Um, your
I'll
check-
be the one who breaks you. Festivities are, you put in the ring, you have the other guy there, you keep going at it until you or they are dead. Simple as that.
your prisoner says, "Indeed, I agree with the goat man. I will fight for you."
No.
No. No.
I don't
Relax.
think that'll. I don't think
You
that'll be necessary.
are getting full spa treatment. So, little halfling, we need a couple of masseuses in here as well. Gotta be absolutely pampered and relaxed.
I do not know what these big words mean, my drinking friend, but I will accept your judgment, because you do seem sincere.
We're talking about pedicures, manicures, dental cures.
These kinds of rats, my friend.
No.
Alright, so they lead you to the restaurant, which is quite well equipped. There's many tables. You guys have never been in a thing called a restaurant before. This is a very fancy tavern, as far as you're concerned. There are other occupants here. There seems to be a table at which there is a very thin man wrapped from foot to his neck in bandages, and he's got a very elaborate green mask over his face. Sitting next to him are two heavily armed bodyguards that must be in elaborate gold and black armor, their heads obscured by jackal masks. And I do have a picture. It's the closest I can get. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And
Gee.
across from the man in bandages is a pillar with a skull attached to the top of it with gems encrusted. In front of this pillar and skull, there is a cup of tea, as if there's also partaking. At another table, there is... Oh yes, there is a leonin, a lion-like gentleman, examining a scroll with a set of glasses on a stick, like opera glasses,
Sure.
and he is
Aw.
dressed in like a white toga, also fashion you've not quite seen him before. Okay, and you find a seat, and another halfling comes along. Refreshments. What can I get you?
Why are there only, like, halflings working at this establishment?
I don't know. It's a family business.
Oh.
John, that's an insensitive comment.
It's a straight-up question. I'm ready. It's sensitive. Please.
But anyways,
You've
for the
seen me insensitive.
I might only be a halfling, sir, but I do assure you it is a good half.
The best
I
half.
see what you did there, sir. But
I
like,
aim to please.
Marcel, I've got a quick question.
Yes.
Lilu and Ethne went to go and find out. That woman asked Lilu to keep an eye out for something. The secret keepers?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they wore masks or anything like. I remember the
Yes.
phrase, but was there anything else that was a marker to identify them?
They said you had to spread the word. I think you had to ask for secret keepers, as far as I'm concerned. And like most people would say no, and I think there is a saying.
Yeah, I've got the saying and the.
Yeah.
So would I just? I'm just trying to because I'm looking at my notes, but I don't have any descriptors. It was just a matter of
Okay, yeah. No.
I need to say the
Yeah.
phrase and then wait for the response. Okay, so
Okay.
there's no kind of like
No.
I
The-
need to
the-
look for something specific.
The only person wearing a mask was Zephyr.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Then can I ask the halfling before he leaves? I'll kind of like move away from the group a little bit and then ask. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the secret keepers, by any chance? Would you?
Oh, I'm afraid not. If you're looking for bands, apparently the Bard block has your pick. They're called all sorts of things. The best I can do.
All right. May your hopes not remain a secret. She just kind of like sizes the halfling up as she says that.
He has this sort of slightly confused expression on his face, and then, very good, madam, very good.
She just nods knowingly and then walks back to the group.
All right. So as you all wait for a bit, you do get the sense that your fellow diners are a bit odd, especially the table of the scary desert people. Sorry? Somebody say something? Hello.
No. You I was just typing a note like the bard.
Oh, the barred
Um,
block.
the bard block. Okay.
Do we know where these other diplomats come from?
Make a geography check. Okay, everybody make a history check, please.
Hey.
I am so good at that.
Okay.
I am not.
Whoop. It falls not under the gaze of Janus, so I know it's not.
Okay.
And thus, it is not important.
Actually, John, you are
1 minute.
certain
1 minute.
that they must be from
What history?
history, please. They must be from heathen places.
Aye.
Nice histories. Not too bad. Okay, Free. You recognize the table of three, the bandaged person, two jackals, and the pillar with the skull on it. At least the jackals, from your history of coming from Jartosa, and often the raids the pirates of Jartosa would undertake. These are people from the ancient kingdom of Kemet. And I will show you on a bigger map.
Yes. And I've seen that on your map, and I thought this would be the case.
Yep.
It's also got a similar kind of strip of a river in the middle, right? That
Yeah.
kind of like the Nile. Yeah. I saw what you were doing there.
Yes. Cetra the imperishable. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. We're carried away there. Okay. Yes. That is all you could. Actually, you also recognize the Leonin in his toga. At least by his dress, he must be from one of the islands in Hellenica.
Also saw what you did there.
Yes,
Where's that? Where's that?
it is here.
Can I see? Where?
Oh wait, I am in the wrong. There we go. There we go. Let's Kemet. You guys are way over yonder.
So they came from a long way.
Dyrecinder.
He's
And you guys
just
are
big.
A long way from here.
you guys are trying to get
Yeah.
here as well.
Are any of the other patrons like the people from Jotos or the Leonin? Do they react or respond to us in any way? Like, or are they just kind of going about their own business?
Going about your own business, but the lion man is occasionally making sounds as he's examining his scroll.
Like said the jackal guy and the rat guy. They're. Let me make sure I'm not getting this. They're from Jartosa, or they just
No,
look
no.
like.
No, they're from Kemet, but you've heard stories of people who dress like that because Jartosa's just up here. Right? Okay, it's not on this map. But here we go. A bigger map over here. There's Jartosa. Oops.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're just over there. So you've heard talk of people like that from over there. Lilith, unfortunately, in your travels, even with the 17, you do not know.
I do not know a thing.
Although, with your specific history, you know that. Oh, actually, I'm going to whisper that to you.
Secrets, are you?
Are we just gonna wait for the rooms and then head out in the morning, or are we exploring the city a bit more?
Maybe we can. I have no clue.
Oops,
try and slowly approach the jackal-looking fellas and just try to strike up a conversation.
All right. So as you walk towards them, both the jackal people reach for their swords, but the bandaged person raises a hand. Hello. Is there something you require of us?
Well, no, not really, but I just wanted to kind of talk. I recognized your outfits. I heard from where I'm from. I heard stories about people who wore armor and all that, like your two fellows here. I just wanted to talk. What you guys doing? How's it all going? He's
We are here
struggling.
to petition the great queen of Dyrecinder to please lift the embargoes on our great and mighty empire of Kemp.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a big deal. Great business.
It is,
He's slightly stuttering. He's stuttering through all these sentences and trying to struggle to find words because of these two big guys who just pointed their swords at him.
and this person in bandages, you can't see their face. It's just a plain green mask with eyes and a nose. He indicates to the pillar with the skull on it. I will bring Canardis, the canopic speaker, before the queen. Perhaps you can take us to her. We have been waiting for many weeks.
I would maybe help you guys, but me and my friends have already got a contract in work of our own right now, and well, yeah.
The green mask turns towards the table you guys are sitting at, where you guys are drinking and sort of recovering from the road. One of the halflings provided Echo with a very long straw, which he's now trying to, just by using his mouth and lips, trying to get a handle on. No success, his chain's clinking. Your big slave. I would like to purchase you.
He is not. You have the wrong idea. We're trying to escort him way down south and try and help him. He's a little.
Well, good.
Just this little dust around his next to his head. So yeah.
Well, if you cannot help us, please carry on. May the light of Pharaoh Arknet the 18th shine upon you.
Yes. And he takes a little bow and he's like, "And to you too, sir. Have a nice one." And he walks back to the table.
Find out from which dynasty he's from, man. Upper or lower king?
This fellow. Free just sits back down at the table with John, Lulu, and Lily. He's like, "Nice guy."
Aye. They look pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, the two big guys were sort of intimidating at first, but you know they're reasonable fellows. Yeah, we're
You
looking
shouldn't
for.
worry about. You shouldn't worry about those guys with spears. You should worry about the skull.
He said they were gonna present it to the queen. They wanted to ask her to lift the embargo on the country.
Hang on. Isn't the queen missing?
Oh,
That's something
The
we're
hunt.
keeping quiet.
The
Well, I
queen's
was actually
hunt
asking
is
another
missing.
character now. I'm pretty sure we
Well,
saw
it's
a
like-
bounty for it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's
It's the
He
queen's
glances-
hunt that's
They're
missing.
trying to keep it under wraps.
Yeah. So going back into character, well, I think they're going to be
Kind
waiting a pretty long time.
He says they've already been waiting 3 weeks.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to wait a bit longer than that.
I mean,
He just
how
kind of
long?
glances back at their table. And he's like, "You think we should break it to him?
No.
Why not?"
Please.
Because they're foreigners and that's like national security.
What you got against foreigners?
I don't have anything against foreigners. I'm just like a patriot. Okay.
Excuse me, goat man. Can you please give me my straw?
Gets the straw.
Oh,
He
echo.
gets the straw and just gives it to him.
Okay.
John had a legit confused moment like, what fucking god, man? Just keep talking about the bloody
It was
god.
the satyr. I remember the satyr
I was
and
also
the
thinking
echo,
the
but
same.
like,
I was like,
did they follow us?
No. It's just because he called him Devil Man, and then he said he's not a Devil Man, he's a goat man.
Ah.
Okay.
Takes Lilo a second, and she's like, "Oh, the horns." Okay.
They're
She just
ram
continues
horns, but
working with her wood carving.
All right. Also, Galtma is sort of shifting in her seat. Like, I feel uncomfortable here. It's like too much stone, not enough nature. Walls are too high for the
yeah.
wind.
Don't worry about it. I'm not quite in my element right now either.
oh, this is a testament to civilization.
It's a testament to, I would say, maybe a greed, or just, I don't know, people having way too much money to spend.
Oh, it's a side effect of civilization, but I mean, think of it this way. Without civilization, we will be groveling in the dirt. Chaos and disorder and lawlessness. Civilization is
Oh,
what
yeah?
makes us different to the animals out
Do
there.
you not consider that there are people out living in the dirt even with civilization?
Aye, but there's law and order.
Oh yeah? And what do you call that? And she points at the halfling servants.
A family business run by halflings.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm kind of siding with you on this one, Lilith, but even I'm like, what in the world was that? What point was that?
right. The settlers are the good halflings, sir.
Yes.
You said this is a family business, yes?
Yes.
So I take it like your father or something runs the business.
2 cousins and an uncle, sir.
So you're like shared partners in the business, yes?
Something like that, sir.
Not at all like servants.
Well, I'm here to serve you, sir, but if you ask me something unreasonable, I will send you to hell.
Of course. You know, because you're the proprietor, you work for a living, it's your business.
Indeed.
You don't owe nobody nothing.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
You're a free man running a free business and free trade.
Indeed. Now, will you order something to drink, sir, or will you waste my time?
Aye, a round of victory pints would be great. Looking pointedly at Lilith.
Side
She's
note,
frowning really hard.
Free is just lightly frowning.
Side note, I just got a SMS from Elon Musk wanting to give me Bitcoin.
Oh,
Nice.
lovely. Yeah, you can give me some too. It'd be great.
Yeah, why not?
Send me a
Totally
Tesla while he's at it. Very lovely.
Totally legit. Totally.
Totally legit. Okay.
Yes. Sign me up for his SpaceX program, man. That would also be great.
Okay, right, back to the game.
Well, John, I do know that not everywhere is all protected by all precious law and order.
Of course not. There are those that fight back against it, press against it, just do not want to conform to order and sobriety and just generally trying to make the world a better place. Would rather be chaotic and do as they please, which normally hurts others.
Yeah, well, maybe I have no right to speak on a subject like this. Back at home, there is absolutely no law and order to be found. Any corner, anywhere.
Sounds like your home needs Janus.
Your
John, if I
prayers
can
will.
use you
Well,
for-
John, I'm sorry to break this to you, but if you went there, your prayers would fall upon deaf ears.
Yeah, I feel like John, to you, most places, if not all, needs Janus.
Y'all need Janus.
I think I got enough when I jumped off that cliff.
Do you not feel his presence?
I did not. I felt the presence of hitting the ocean.
And when you drew in that breath thinking you'd actually died, but you drew in that breath and you're like, and you realized you weren't dead. In fact, you had succeeded. Was it not Janus who guided you along that path?
So you jumped off a cliff? That's very brave and stupid.
Incredibly brave.
And she draws the greatsword and like quietly puts it on the table. It may have been equal parts stupid and curiousness, but that kobold, he was carrying this, and I didn't think that the weapon should just fall into someone else's hands. Granted, it was nowhere near the shore, but I'm curious. I want to know what this thing does.
You know what? Maybe I can ask it.
At which point, Ethne says in my best Ethne voice, "Well, I hope it's worth it."
Well, John, I respect you and everything. But I'm sorry, I simply just have to say this after all this time. I truly do believe the gods are indifferent to us. They don't care if we live or die.
That I cannot believe. You know that.
Okay. As you guys are talking, um, a woman in a sweeping long red dress walks into the room.
The woman in the red dress.
What was
We're in the
that?
Matrix.
Okay.
Oh, Christenberg.
As everybody's calmed down. Yes. All right. She walks into the restaurant section and she seems to address the room at large. My lords and ladies, and she seems to like look at
And all you other people.
your table for a moment, like she wasn't expecting to address you either. I am sorry for the long wait you have endured. My mistress will be speaking to you in her mother's stead. If you will only wait a few more hours, she will entertain you for a dinner at the palace.
No, that sounds like an opportunity that we just can't miss.
Anyways,
She seems to frown at your table for a moment. Are you the
you gotta look someplace else.
Sorry?
What? Hey, how about you to go look someplace else?
Disregard him. He's rude.
Are
the haunt.
you the delegation from Mithrand? As far as I was informed, there were 10 of you, and I can only count maybe 7.
No, we're an independent delegation on a special mission for the papacy.
Oh well. I wasn't informed about you, but well,
Secret.
good. And you may address me as your lady. And with that, she sweeps out of the room.
I'm a lady. Gonna cock a wink and a kiss, just blow a kiss at her.
Make a
Cheeky
performance check, please.
You've got this, John. Believe in you.
Go, gadget cheeky.
Only you had the sass.
Oh,
He
um,
lacks
he
the
doesn't
sass.
have.
you get a.
He doesn't have Joe's pass.
It's just as she sweeps out of the room, you hear a grunt of disgust. Ah,
That's right.
Sorry.
my drinking friend. You have a gift
She
for the
wasn't.
ladies.
She wasn't me type anyway.
Ah, what is your type? Burly and off-putting.
Oh, screw you, you asshole.
Ah, I wish I could, but I am
Lilu's just
straight.
laughing at all of this. The entire like John's attempt with the whatever he was trying to do, and
No,
like
look
Echo's
at.
commentary. She's
I'm
yeah.
still a low-ranking priest, okay? I haven't taken those vows just yet. I'm like what you would call a friar.
Ah, yes, I knew some of them. They make good eggs.
I make good ale.
Ah, what is your name, drinking friend? Perhaps it would be better if I know all your names.
Aye, well, yeah, this is true, you know. We've been traveling all freaking day and you don't even know our names. I'm John.
That's
That's
true.
Lilith. That's Free. Ethne. Lilu.
Free makes no response. He just
Heretic.
keeps very angrily staring at John for the time being.
And you can see Gultma sort of with her head in her hands, just at the side of the table. Like she's so tired of him talking. Don't tell him things. He'll just keep talking.
He's great!
Aye, yes, my friend, drinking buddy John.
Aye.
And it's not Heretic. Her name is Tusa.
Heretic Tusa.
Heretic Pusa.
Wait. No, wait. She was going by. Tusa was going by Vixen.
Right.
Well,
Heretic
I
Vixen.
Oh.
maybe in her mind she was going by that name. I'm calling her by a freaking name.
I will always call her by her full name, Heretic Tusa Vixen.
I really like this guy.
Oh, Echo. I think you're definitely you're a curious one.
Can you
Um,
please scratch my nose?
Sure. Lilu will scratch his nose and then she'll the carving that she's been working on after like listening to Gultma talking about like the city and like no trees and nature and whatever. So she's carved like a little tree, like a little
Oh.
bonsai. And she hands that to Gultma.
Ah, many thanks. You have many talents, I see. Not just a brave
Not
warrior.
much. It's a small thing I've picked up from my family.
And I like
It's
that
easy enough
big
to
thing you
figure
picked up from the river.
I'm actually curious to find out what it does. We met a rather interesting fellow, and we passed by his tent not too far back.
Like I said, I could ask
I
it.
think you might know. I mean,
With
if you
Orphe.
want to speak to the blade, sure, but I just figured Rumi seems to collect odd things, and he might know a thing or two about this odd thing.
Alright, I'll ask it for you, alright? Put the sword on the table.
It's already on the table.
Alright. Put his hand on the table.
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
What if it's animate?
I'm gonna ask it straight if it's cursed. Charisma saver.
Okay.
Oh no, John. Hey!
Okay. Yeah. Just as you
Can't
put
touch this.
your hand on the table, there's this weird moment like Gandalf touching the Palantir for a split second. Hang on. Just reading the spell.
I'm gonna ask
Okay,
you three
yeah.
questions, 3 yes or no questions.
Go for it.
Are you cursed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a surprise. Look at Lilu. It's cursed.
I love that ping
kind of
sound,
curse?
wherever that came from. That was perfect.
Any other? Do you have any other questions for it? Not asking you, Sword. I'm asking them.
What's a yes or no answer to that one?
Can it tell us what the curse is?
That has to be a yes or no answer.
Oh. Um.
Can your curse be removed?
Yes.
That's good. The curse can be removed.
Can you remove the curse, John?
Oh, I can try.
I was gonna say that.
Ask it if by using it, it passes the curse to the user.
That's actually a good question. By utilizing you, do you pass the curse onto the wielder?
Yes.
Oh, shite. Alright, Lily, don't use this fucking sword. It's not good.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try something now. Alright,
Alright.
sword. Here we go. Alright. By the power of Janus, I expel thee!
Oh no.
You just kind of like sits there like, okay.
The power of Janus compels thee! Leave this blade! Foul spirit.
Okay. So your spell
Hey, John,
discharges.
I had a thought.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, while John is like monologuing and
Yeah.
doing the thing. Oh, wait, I wasn't there with the spirit talk. I was gonna say, like, what if you could put one of your guardian spirits into the.
No,
Into the
that's
sword?
gonna be my next thought. That was exactly gonna be my next
I
thought.
wasn't there when that conversation happened.
But it's so what was gonna be my next thought actually.
Okay. Your
Like Druid assist me.
your spell discharges, and you realize a sense of quiet in the whole room, as at the Kemet table, the man in the green mask has been sneaking sips of tea by lifting his mask and taking a sip every now and again. But his cup is now paused halfway to his saucer, pinky extended. He's looking towards you. So are the jackal-headed guards. Even the Leonin has put down his opera glasses to glance at your table.
Nothing to see here, gentlemen. You didn't see anything.
Okay, the man in the green mask puts his cup down and returns to the stoic silence. That table's a party, man. Right. The
The
sword
party's here.
is still on the table.
Alright, but now I want the sword to remain at the table. I want the bloody spirit out of it, not the hook.
Can you still ask it a question?
I can do it again. So I will cast speak with inanimate objects again.
Okay.
Alright. Is your curse lifted?
No.
Fuck.
Read your spell.
Cursed magic item. Oh. Yeah, so probably help. Probably help if I studied further in my. I skipped the other half of that class. I learned how to cast it, not the other half, and like what it actually fucking does. Sorry.
Fireball class must have been fun.
Fuck you, you cheeky bastard. Listen, there's a cheeky spirit in this sword, I can tell you that. Always have a respect for him.
I wonder who it is attuned to, or maybe who it was. I suppose it was attuned to Steve.
If you puny warriors are afraid of the sword, I will wield it.
No.
No, that's a bad idea.
What's one more spirit?
If I put another spirit into you that's stronger than you, could you be expelled or defeated or destroyed?
Indeed, my friend John. But you will be
No,
harmed.
not you, I mean the sword.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's,
No, I mean the other guy.
The sword says,
Big bastard.
John, what
I-
if I use the sword and I find out what it does? Can you break the connection after I find out what it does?
Let me just open my old school textbooks quickly and just check up on that.
Wait, can we
Just
all
read
talk
the
to it, or
spell
can
properly.
just John? Can we all talk to it, or just John?
I think it's just John.
Just me.
Unfortunately.
It's his spell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Complete.
All curses affecting one creature or object end.
Okay.
The spell will break its owner's attunement to the object so it can be removed or discarded. That's if it's a magic item, but it won't remove the curse from it. Yeah. Okay, well, we got one more question that we can ask the thing before the spell ends. Has to be a
Skip,
yes or
like,
no
what?
answer.
Maybe. Oh.
Maybe
Right.
can we ask it about what Steve was able to do? Like Steve kept coming back. Or
Well,
like,
if you phrase it in
It's
a
a
yes
yes or no
answer,
question.
okay. Did you give
Do you-
Steve the power to return after dying?
relay question to Sword.
No.
He says no. And the
How
spell
did
ends.
Steve keep coming back?
The answer is so good. I just want to tell you guys, but I can't.
I feel like Steve is going to make another reappearance at some point. We'll figure
It's
it out.
kind of his party trick, that.
Well, if the guy's immortal, I think so.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I have an idea that might be able to shed a bit of insight, at least maybe in some
Okay.
way that we'll have to still probably decipher and figure out, but it will maybe help. I don't know. I need you to hold the sword.
Okay.
Right.
You picks up the sword and holds it.
Okay, checking through my book of spells. Fuck is this? Where the fuck is this bloody thing now? Ah, there it is. It is. Alright. He'll lay his hand on your shoulder and cast this.
Wow. Examine the knife force in a creature you touch and sense when it will expire, and the creature share vision of the most likely way in which the creature will die. You both sense it correctly how far into the future the event occurs. The vision is not a prophecy or a definite fate. Life can take this is great. Okay. I'm so thankful
who are
you
you
played
using
that
this
spell. All right, so as you put your hand on your head, you see a field of sand. Like you're in the middle of white sand. You're standing right next to Lilu. Emerging from the white nothingness that makes up the limit of your border, of your vision, comes a large draconic shape. Its wings unfurl, and it takes a deep breath and expels a flame, green, and Lilu burns. And this is tomorrow.
Excuse me?
Have a game for Big Fudge?
Hmm?
In one day.
You're just using this on Lilu, or
Just on Lily. Only Lily and I can
Use
see this.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what was
because
it?
the vision,
White-
it's so real, like John will be like, "Oof, the fucking hell. Just,
right?
I'm not on
I assume
fire.
all
I
the-
burned.
I assume all
Was
the
I
patrons are
holding the
looking at
sword?
vision.
Was she holding the sword?
In the vision, you were not holding the sword.
Not holding both.
Okay.
You were holding a big ass boat.
Hey! Not my glaive? Okay.
Fuck. Where's that bow, Lilo? I have some questions for it.
John, is that real?
I cannot tell a lie. I,
Freeze just confused. He's moving his
I,
glance from John to Lulu back and forth like, what real?
that's very real. That is your fate in the
I
next 24 hours.
I just gotta say that is probably my favorite spell of all time
I love it.
as a DM.
What real? Wait. John, Lulu, what was what real?
Like, John is like fucking, all jokes aside now.
I'm going to die tomorrow.
There's, yeah.
I am not
All
used
seriously.
to normal humanoid interaction. Does this mean you are now married?
John, what did you do to? What did you see? What happened?
I understand it is awkward. I will be silent.
John, can you answer my question?
We saw something. I was holding the sword. Lily puts the sword on the table. It was just me. Was anybody else there? Or was it just Lilu in the sands?
You saw John standing right next to you.
There was nobody else.
Nobody else.
White sand, and there
Oh.
was a dragon.
Would I know that my presence there in the vision was just a part of the spell? Like, just me witnessing it?
Make an insight
Or,
check,
like,
please.
that's like my fate too.
Insight check, please.
Motherfucker.
Well, I think there's a lot of poppycock. You saw a vision of your death.
The fact that Lilu saw you in her vision, and you saw yourself, you were there too. Whether you died or not, you don't know.
But she
Well-
was the one burning.
Fuck.
No, John, there's no way. There's no way you did that. You were both just hallucinating.
No.
I don't know
that-
what magic
that's-
that was, but
You had too much
we need
mead.
answers.
No,
You
that
just-
has
Never
nothing
had
to do with
anything to
me.
drink free.
That is a gift of foresight that my god has granted me.
Oh, that your god granted you. Oh yeah, sure, okay.
Oh yeah.
Do it to me. Do it to me.
Don't speak light of it.
Go on, do it to me. Prove you God granted a vision of your great almighty God.
I don't
You want to test me, Free?
know.
Oh yes,
I
I'm
don't
testing you.
know.
Yes, I am testing you, John.
What
At this
if it's a
point,
silly
Free
dragon?
at this point, Free is just standing,
This is not the best time to be doing
just
this.
slammed his hand on the table.
All right. You wanna test me, do you? You wanna test me? I'll tell you what then.
Maybe.
Why don't we find out then what your whole backstory and everything is about, shall we? Find out what really got you so riled up.
Fine,
You wanna play this game?
You won't.
I
Can't.
won't. I won't. Don't test me, Free. You will fail.
Go on.
Honestly, I'm curious now.
And Lilith, you're next.
Don't think.
Not me.
Go on. Go ask a big great God to give you a vision of me. Go on. I dare you.
I won't. I'll simply ask your shadow.
Reluctantly sits back down and just crosses his arms.
Oh, okay. Shadows brought to the light. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, Free, please make a charisma saving throw. Okay.
Ah.
Suffice to say, that's a failure.
Yeah, that's a very
What
bad
is-
failure. Okay, unless you have
What
a
is this?
card. Oh no, you played.
Oh, I used it.
Shit.
You used it.
Okay,
What does this do? What does this do?
so your
You
shadow
have
comes
to.
to life and reveals a secret.
Most scandalous secrets. Some fact that the target would not want known widely.
Hmm.
And I will choose that everyone present will hear the secret.
Okay, so I think in this regard, out of your secrets, the most pressing one, Free, is you might need to explain why you made those sleight of hand and stealth checks in patience before you left.
So his shadow comes to life, and there's a shadow of an owl flying back to it, holding a bottle with a bright red liquid in it. In the shadow, takes it and pockets it.
The thing that Lilith sold.
Yep.
Free's just looking at this thing in utter bewilderment.
Wait, I don't understand. You took cat.
Free relents.
Because I
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out the bottle of Dragon's Snore.
Well, well, well.
so I sold the potion, and you just took it. You were looking. You were looking.
I sent Athena to see what you were talking about, and once you were done and you left, I had to snatch it.
Rodak approves.
Don't know what that approves.
Wow.
I was very focused that Athena got this right, so in the moment, anyone seeing me do it, I might have appeared zoned out.
Right then.
Magnificent, my friend John. Do me next. Don't.
Oh, no. The next one is this Lilith over here. I'm quite
Free
sick of her anti-human sentiment.
just
I'd like
puts
to know
the
more about it.
Free puts the potion back in his coat and just walks out of the room.
I'll
Nina
cast
puts
the
her hand
same
on his
thing
shoulder and
on
stops him
on
before he
Lilith.
goes.
Brushes your
I'm not-
hand away. Brushes your
No,
hand
she'll,
away
I'm not
she'll
without.
gonna
grab
lie.
your shoulder and stop you. How exactly are we meant to trust you if you're willing to do that to one of us? She doesn't say anything further, but she'll grab the greatsword that she gave you and she'll just grab it from you and turn away and walk back to the table.
He takes a very big, deep breath and continues on his path.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Rodak says, technically he got you a free potion and 700 gold. So why is this bad exactly?
and Deuce is probably sitting there just sipping tea and enjoying the show
Sending a squirrel out to ask about something or other.
as the party implodes.
Lilith
shadows are
is
brought to
not.
light.
Not sure if the
Lilith
table is closer to the entrance or not, but depending on whether it is close enough to the entrance or not, you may hear outside shattering glass, shout and the sound of glass constantly being stomped over and over and over again.
Okay. You also hear a distant halfling voice saying, "Would you like some more glass, sir? Or shall we clean?"
Bring lamps. Lamps
There is
to
no
make.
response. And there is no response.
Alright.
Lilith quietly nods and she doesn't look angry or disappointed, and she just says, "Wow, I'm actually impressed. I didn't sense the house presence.
Really
There's
good
something
stealth
in
check.
it."
Right, so as you guys are talking, a team of halflings appear around your chained companion. Um, they look similar to the other servants, except they are dressed in white. We are here to take your prisoner for his pampering as requested.
Yeah. Take him, go pamper the hell out of him. He's perhaps the only good sort around there these days.
Why, thank you.
Maybe
I will
Baltma-
look forward to enjoying a meal of pamper.
Maybe Galtma should be added in
Yes,
on that list too.
I'll
Aye.
go with him just to check he doesn't break out and kill a bunch of halflings again. This is very similar to the situation I found it in. Only those were farmers.
Maybe
And
send Aithne with to assist, just in case.
okay, fine, I'll go.
To be
Great
fair, he's probably
impression of
like
Aithne.
it's one of the few that could probably subdue it. Shit
Yeah.
hit the fan. So
Just
meanwhile, Lilith
send
needs
word
to
if
do
you know.
a charisma save.
Wow. Okay.
I swear, I'm going to blow up. I'm going to blow up this place like I did in our training. If you attempt that,
He's attempting it.
you might want to rethink it.
What's
I
this
think
drawing
I'll take
for?
that chance.
If we're dying tomorrow.
I guess I can live with. Yeah. To be honest, exactly. There's nothing. You ain't gonna kill me, Lilith. I'm dying to a dragon tomorrow. Ain't got nothing to fear from you.
Come on, make the save and then you're good.
Saving throw charisma. It's a
15.
+6. I swear, if I fail this, I'm gonna be so mad.
I
So
think
mad.
you have a
a card.
card.
Maybe you have a card. You can use the card.
She does.
Use
She
the card.
does.
Use the card. Use the
Oh,
card.
I swear, if it's a 1, I'm gonna be.
Oh
Oh,
no.
John ain't
What is your
playing
card?
games. John ain't playing games.
What is your
Well,
card though?
a 2.
Oh no.
No.
I hate it.
Oh.
I hate it so much. Last session was also a 2.
That's
What is going on?
impossible. There's only like 3 twos in the deck of 77 cards. I'm so sorry. That is impossible.
Such a cool picture though.
That is so
Well,
strange.
it was
So
impossible.
mad.
Apparently, it happened.
I'm so
I'm gonna play it on
mad.
and on.
Okay, so technically with unlucky on that, you get 11, and that is a fail.
Oh my god, I'm so mad.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Okay, this is an oh fuck moment.
in
Okay.
character and out of character.
Okay. Shit.
Sorry.
I know, I mean, this is also
Are you
screwing
sorry
with my...
though?
Okay, so...
No worries, no worries. I
Sha-
guess there's gonna be backstory reveal now.
Yes.
Mm.
Character
Surprised you
growth.
didn't- I'm
Okay.
surprised you didn't try to do that to me, and you were just curious
The
about
therapy rocket here?
The therapy rock is there. The therapy rock is out on the table. It's like, yep.
Okay. Dear God in heaven. Lilith's
Oh, no.
shadow separates into a different entity and reveals a secret. The secret... Lilith, you can reveal at least one sticky secret from the meeting you had before you undertook the escort mission. Remember, in your room, before you received the soul coins.
Oh. You see Lilith, and she's talking to someone else. someone that is completely covered in black, just like her, but you can't see anything. You can't even see what species it is. And he whispers something to her ear, and you hear something in the words that must complete the mission of escorting the Mad King and the witch. And then the figure disappears, and in its place, there's 5 soul coins.
Did I hear right? Thwarting the mission to get the Mad King south.
No, completing.
So we
Oh, we
Thwarting
have
the
to
completion.
complete the mission.
No, not
We
No,
have
we
to.
have to complete it. Completing it.
Okay.
For completing it.
He is not seeing this because he is not here.
Yep. And luckily, Goltma
Right.
and the prisoner are not here either.
Also, in fact, no matter how much more time you guys spend in here, Freed does not come back.
So who else you working for, Lilith?
Lilith is trembling. Her fists are really squeezed tight to the point that you could swear if she squeezes any tighter, she's gonna draw blood out of her hand.
Hmm.
She's silent.
Okay.
Well,
On that bombshell, the relative tranquility of the hotel is shattered as the front door bursts open. Halflings run as many guards enter, some covering their faces. They rush to the restaurant, look at the assembled delegates, including you. Oh, you're all awake, says one of the guards. Everyone all right in here?
What?
Huh?
why wouldn't it be?
Okay, right. Never mind, boys. Didn't get in here. Someone deployed some
Wait.
kind of magical whatnot out on the street. Half the street's asleep.
Right.
Uh,
Sounds like a sleep spell gone awry,
Indeed.
or exactly as planned.
And
Either
one
way,
of-
I'm sure.
One of the royal glassworks carts crashed, and I can only imagine how much damage that's done. Alright, boys, never mind. Leave the toughs to their tea. And they walk out, and as just before they close the door, you can see there are just people asleep randomly on the street outside. Rich, poor, servants, everybody. There is the final remains of a red mist blowing with the breeze.
I imagine Rodak is already like out there, step of the wind, and already busy stealing from the sleeping rich people.
As you say that,
Uh,
you see a monk, like,
A
what?
blur of a monk.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Lilith immediately knows what the mist is, and she tries to cover herself the best she can, and runs outside to see if Reed did what she thinks he did.
Yeah, it doesn't take much looking around to see a shattered potion bottle on the floor right outside the hotel.
John sits back in his chair, lifts up his mug. So, we got a thieving monk. We got a thieving rogue, no surprise there. We've got a warlock with ulterior motives and other masters and servants. No surprise there.
And
We
a
got
heretic.
we got a heretic druid. We've got a now cursed barbarian.
I'm not cursed.
So now we have two.
Who's cursed?
Oh, darling, you're so cursed with that
What
fucking
the-
sword now. So sorry, I
Yes.
brought that upon you. That was all me.
Am
That's
I
my fault. I
cursed? Did
own
I
that.
Have I attuned to it?
You have not.
Oh, you have not? Okay. Then don't attune to it.
Trust
Otherwise,
me.
then we got two cursed barbarians.
Wait, why? Who? What?
Oh, sorry, I'm going too fast for you. We got the one in chains.
I thought you were talking about Ethne. I was like,
I just want
I
to
don't
say this. I just want to say this right now. This was not intended.
This is what happens when you play D&D. Shenanigans.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Just, I just wanted to break a bottle.
Best session ever.
Can I just say I realized that there's usually a player in a group that keeps the band together, and I didn't know it was Ethne, but it's Ethne.
It's
I feel
either
like, yeah, definitely.
a-
She's the glue that keeps us together.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say,
Definitely not Lily.
probably the best person in this party got blown to bits of rainbow-colored fur just up the road.
what are we doing now?
You've just earned
So
some
she didn't
celestial
think
brownie
much.
points from Joe somewhere.
I didn't think you thought that much of him, John.
I didn't,
So,
but it seems that
By
we
the
have
way,
a bit of a problem.
By the way, did I found free or did I just found
Sorry.
the used potion?
Just the used
Freeze at
potion.
ground zero of the blown-up potion.
He ran away.
You should get away.
is off somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna get away from that mist.
He's still
I'm
in the
gonna
city.
get away from that mist, get back into the restaurant, and be like, okay, for your own good, don't go outside.
I wasn't planning to.
So
I was
planning
waiting for
on
you to answer my question.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah. Why don't I? Why am I not surprised?
As you guys are sitting there arguing, another person joins the restaurant. He is wrapped only in a towel, which is monogrammed with a GA for the initials of the hotel. And as clean as the towel seems, he is a scraggly, red-haired brute of a man with a big beard and wild hair. And he walks into the restaurant and he looks at the table of weird Egyptian-y people. Oh, you look so glum, you wee bastards. Why don't you put some hair on that wee skull you got there? It looks a bit bald up top. And he glances at your table. Oh, you must be new diplomats. Which sorry corner of the world are you from?
This one.
John, your cue.
Well, we're all from most of us from Dyrecinder, but no, we're not diplomats. We're just visitors.
Alright,
We're with the papacy. That's it.
Locals, a motley crew of weirdos. It's more interesting than these dry politicians from all over the world.
And you are?
Where's my manners? And he claps his hands together, sort of slipping his towel a bit, and he covers himself up. The name's Lord Shay Crouch, and I am from a wee yonder island of Mithran.
Well, Lord Shai, could we perhaps continue this conversation with a bit less balls?
Oh, aye. You mean these?
I mean, God, get dressed, you bloody.
Oh no, I'm used to cold climates. This hot weather is getting to me. And he pulls
Sure.
up one of the empty chairs and sits down with you. So, what you doing? What mischief are you?
Honest. No mischief. There ain't no mischief here.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I get you. And he touches the side of his nose. I know mischief at all. Well, at least you look more battle-hardened than that wee table of dog people.
Right.
Aye, we've
You're
seen
not
our
gonna
fair
fight,
share.
yeah.
Aye, well, as Lilu says, my competitor said, aye.
Battle stories. What you got? What's the last big thing you killed?
I don't really keep track. Killing is not really my way.
Ah, well, what sort of legend are you building for yourself, Tony?
I'm not really into that sort of thing. That's more, I think, Lilu, you're more the legend building type, I
Aye,
suppose.
on
I'm
this
making a
one.
huge assumption. I'm sorry, I'm making huge assumptions.
That's all right. I'm done talking to you.
Legends don't need to be bathed in blood.
Oh no. How about you, two tiefling people? What's the biggest thing you've killed?
Not
Single
you.
tiefling.
Oh, me. Aye. Oh, just the other
Clearly,
day.
you're in this first story, and you've got one of
At
your own
this
to kill.
point,
Aye.
it's probably around this point where Free would walk himself back into the restaurant. Initially, covering his face as to not breathe in the as he unintentionally reeked into the city. His eyes are freshly watered, going down both sides of his face are enough tears to make it look like he tucked his head into a bucket of water. And he is walking around all wobbly as though at this point he couldn't care less wherever his feet take him. In one of his hands, he is gripping a black amulet. He just makes his way back to the table and sits back down without a word.
Lulu just pointedly looks at the greatsword she took back from him, doesn't say a word, and turns her attention back to the man in the towel.
Well, the biggest thing I've killed last week, was a mighty big manticore. I did it with me bare hands. Alright, well, one of me bare hands was holding a sword, but still, you get the picture.
Where did you find a manticore?
I was flying around. I stopped it flying around. It's what I do.
What
Aye.
do you do?
Well, I'm technically supposed to present myself to the whole mighty queen of Dyrecinder as a bodyguard or whatever. But I'm really here to fight in the Royal Arena, whatever it's called.
In the Royal Ariana.
Aye, that's the one. They spell good in this place.
Aye, they spell very deliciously.
I want to try my luck. I'm not officially allowed, but I mean, they have some good fighters in there. Sometimes even a good monster or two.
I'll kill the dragon.
Like a dragon?
If only they had a dragon. My father once killed a dragon. But,
Yeah, well, stick with us. You'll probably see a dragon.
oh, cool. Well, I have heard that tomorrow they're bringing out Old Rattler. He's some kind of old, famous gladiator of some description. And I hope to enter to get, that time in the light of glory.
Okay.
I see by your silence you're not a table of warriors.
Yeah, not that kind, anyways.
Free
Besides-
finally pipes up. He's like, "Oh, shut your trap."
Alright, don't be that way. Apparently there's got a great prize at the end of that battle.
Well,
What exactly is the prize to win in the great whatever every...
You're
The
asking
place.
like you're interested. You look like you can put up a fight, missy.
I can hold my own. But what's the prize
Well,
you're talking about?
if
Milu, don't you think we've got some bigger fish to fry? Namely the
I'm dying
large
tomorrow, John.
winged scale type.
if you beat Old Rattler, you might have something to cure your fear of dragons, if that's what you're talking about. They are giving away. Well, giving is probably the wrong choice of word. Anyway, the prize is a holy raiment of armor that will save the life of those near death.
don't wear armor?
I don't know. I don't wear armor either. And he shifts his towel.
Hi.
John,
You gotta have big balls for that, eh?
Aye. Well, maybe you can turn it into a belt.
no, John.
What, the balls?
I meant the
The
raiment.
armor. If
Sorry.
I win, you could take the armor. Both of us don't have to die.
No, Lilo, I am not going to see you dead.
I like you lot.
Where do I sign up?
Oh, well, if you come with me a bit later once I put something less comfortable, we can head over to the Wii Arena and we can sign you up.
Free just jolts back over and he glances at Lilo. No, don't do that. You'll.
I'm
Don't.
done talking to you, Free.
When are these fights happening?
He stutters. He keeps on stuttering and struggles to say a word.
Well, they have started fresh in the morning. It's getting late right now, I think.
No, realization just clapped me. What was in the
Get
vision?
dressed.
A field of sand, right?
Yeah. White
What
sand.
is it as an arena?
White sand.
And
Probably. Alright, buddy. Get
I
dressed.
feel like walking to a trap here. But fuck it. Blazing far down the river path. Here we go.
So what you say, Missy? Are you scared?
I know I'm dying tomorrow. I've got nothing to fear. All I need to do is fight.
Right? You know what? I'll sponsor you. You need some potions or something?
Sure. Why not?
Alright. Well, you see me here tomorrow.
How do the fights work? Before we go.
Oh, you
How do the
enter.
fights
There's a
work?
couple of rounds. You can either enter solo or 3 at a time.
Alright, you'll be signing me up then as a second.
Alright?
The vision had us
Not
both
dying
stand.
tomorrow.
The vision had us both standing there.
You still didn't explain quite well that thing of the vision and at least Lilu dying.
Lulu looks over to Free. Didn't get much chance, did I? Guess you'll just have to see it firsthand tomorrow.
Besides, we're working to avoid it, to evade it.
Rodak sits down quite heavily on a chair, and you can hear the faint jiggling of coins all over him. And he's also wearing a ring you haven't seen before. Well, if you're looking for volunteers for tomorrow, I don't volunteer.
No, but Rodak, you're gonna volunteer the money that you're gonna put up front to hedge the bets on us.
I mean, you are a gambling man.
You are a man.
I did say that I high-fived the palm
I
tree.
wonder
I'm
if I can do
lucky.
it again.
Right. So, I guess...
So you two are just gonna run into that arena and face whatever it is that appears in your way.
You need
Look
a
at this way.
third one, though. Which one of you we band are gonna join into the sand of the arena?
Well, according to the vision, it was just the two of us.
I don't know, they need 3.
He raises his hand.
Okay.
Why not?
Lilo?
We can ask in the morning. Lilith, if you want to do this, you can join us. Maybe they'll take 3, maybe they'll take 2, maybe they'll take 4. John's lucky. We'll see what we can get.
I'm gonna high-five the end of the fuck out of that palm tree again.
Make roll a d20.
Oh,
Oh, you,
God.
you mean now?
Yeah, I'm gonna step him. I need that luck. Shit, sorry, I got my character sheet up in the way.
Oh, okay, you high-five it, it wobbles, it looks like it's gonna settle, and then it falls over. A halfling appears next to it to right it, trying to pick up the sand. Well,
Does that mean I
sir.
sucked all the? Does that mean I sucked all the luck out of it?
Oh, it's still lucky, sir, and it's also lucky I had nothing better to do than clean the sand off the tiles. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic! My luck ever is lasting.
All right. So, as everybody goes to bed and is still being washed, either or. So,
Can
all
I
right.
do something before we
Yes,
before we
go for it.
turn in? I'm going to I'll leave a message with whoever Lilu sees last. I'll be back in a bit, and then she's gonna make her way back to the Cinder Bazaar and see if she can find Rumi.
Okay, let's do Rumi quickly. So, as the twilight starts to settle over the city, you head over to the bazaar, which is still busy. It's an open all hours kind of place. Some merchants are breaking down their tents while others are setting up to replace them. You make your way over to the vast tent of white and red stripes, and once you enter, the space inside is even bigger than the tent itself. It seems to be like a multi-level department store. There are even animals going wild. There's an elephant or two, and you see at the center the man in the turban trying to sell what seems to be a teapot containing a glass teapot containing a goldfish to a very disinterested customer. Blizz, it will always sing the right tune that you are requiring. Ah, my friend, welcome to Rumi's tent. What can I do for you?
You. Two things.
Yes.
Would you happen to know anything about what this is capable of, and if you could maybe remove the curse bound to it?
Ah,
And she'll
let me see, let me
she'll-
see.
Be careful with it. I don't know what it does, but one of my companions was able to pick up that it is cursed. We just don't know what it does.
Good, I understand. I have seen many cursed things in my life. And then these two dragons are sitting on his either shoulder, looking very curious. He takes it.
It smells like the
Where did you find this?
dragons.
It is not in the material plane. You see this very often.
It was wielded by a strange kobold that somehow managed to.
Cobalt, you are very funny. No, no, no. This, my dear, it is a sword of a general of the blood war. You see?
Mm.
What?
It is a sword forged in the fires of hell. If your friend Gorbot had it, he never could afford it. He probably stole it from someone important.
Maybe he's been wielding it for a while, I guess.
I am not here.
He
I
seemed
cannot.
pretty attached to it.
Yes. Well, he's not attached to it now. Where is his hand?
Funny thing, he blew himself up and managed to return after that.
Oh, dearie, dearie, that sounds like he is the recipient of a wish, perhaps. Or worse, a terrible, terrible, terrible curse from the nine hells. But I am not here to appraise your cobalt. I can only see the sword.
Okay. Can
What?
you
Yes.
remove the curse?
Oh, I am afraid not. You must bathe this blade in the springs of Mount Celestia, and that is a bit of a trip. And the layover time itself is you know, I am quite busy.
Ah, ah. What I love about this campaign, the fourth wall breaking is fucking is so fucking on point.
Thank you. What you have here is a sword imbued with the soul of a celestial warrior cursed in the underworld. It is going to be tough sell, especially these people in the city who only want clothes. And I'm turning Russian. I'm losing my accent.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It is mostly the taxes in this place that is making me crazy and making my voice go funny.
Okay.
Yes. Small
Um,
businesses, even though my tent is large, I am technically a small business. I did not get the loan. I did pre-approve it. But anyway, we are talking about your sword. What do you want for it?
do you think you can? Do you think you can free whatever's trapped in here and
Oh, it will
remove
be
the
very
curse?
dangerous because it could be a nasty doo-doo, you know. And I do not have the shop insured for nasty doo-doos. Not yet.
Surely a man of your
Yes,
renown and
yes,
talents
my dear. I could
has
sort that.
resources.
Perhaps you leave it with me and you come back later and I will see what I can do. You are a very valued customer. You were a customer before I set up this tent. It was only yesterday, or perhaps the day before. I have lost track of time.
Hasn't been long at all. It's been about 24 hours.
Yes, it's the taxes.
The other thing, I may need to ask for another wish.
Oh, yes, you do have two remaining.
I do?
Indeed. We go in threes. It is a very uneven number, being three, but I don't make the rules. So, what is the wish
Thought it
number?
was just the one.
The businessman does not give away all his deals at one time.
Oh. Okay.
So don't go giving me two wishes now. I'm only going to give you the one because I need you to come back. Maybe spend some money.
Okay.
Also tell your friends.
The previous wish that I have, that I'd asked for, that's...
Indeed.
If it's not going to work, and I fall trying to save them,
Yes.
would that kind of trigger what the previous wish? Because I did ask to be better able to protect them. But if I know they're meant to fall tomorrow,
Ah, my dear, the wish will follow the exact words you say. How they may be interpreted is up to the gods.
okay. I'll have to think about something because I didn't realize that it's 3 wishes. But basically, she's gonna work on a wish
Okay.
that'll keep everyone safe for tomorrow. I will word it and I will send it to you.
Okay. Word it carefully.
Remember, she was given a very good warning by the dragons that gave her the heads up. Okay, I'm gonna think this one through and I will write it down and send it to you.
Okay. I think we shall draw it to a close there as everybody finds a room for the night.
Yeah, John's gonna be praying.
Okay, firstly, say goodbye to the stream. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye, stream people.
Goodbye, good night.
Goodbye.
Ah!
Send all the luck for the next session so that we don't die.
Okay, bye-bye.
Ah.